Welcome to this instructional video on how to use LogixOne Operator for Zoho CRM. In this video, we'll be discussing how to create what we call LogixOne Operators. First, let's define what a LogixOne Operator is. A LogixOne Operator is either a person or a vehicle or a resource that your admin team assigns jobs to, and it's these people that access the LogixOne Operator app to receive job tasks, complete those jobs, and then have those jobs completed, and then that updated back into the CRM itself. So it's important that you have operators, because otherwise you won't be able to assign jobs to them. In this example environment, we're basically looking at a cleaning company, and you can see we've got a list of cleaners here. So you can create as many cleaners as you like, and those can be actual employees, or what you might do is actually assign people to territories. So it might be territory 1, territory 2, or territory 3, and assign jobs to those as operators, or it could be, say, a cleaning vehicle, and you might use its registration number. You can create as many LogixOne operators as you like in your Zoho CRM environment. You don't, and none of these actually require a Zoho CRM license. All they require is a LogixOne operator license. So to create a LogixOne operator is quite simple. All you need to do is go to the LogixOne operators custom module that gets installed when you install LogixOne operator. And then you can see I've already got some here. Let's just create another one. All I need to do is click the Create LogixOne Operator, and then I'm presented with a standard CRM form for creating a new record. Just need to give it a name. So in this case, we're going to use the name Mary Jones and an email address. Now, this email is used to communicate with that employee or that operator. So for example, let's say you've got a company email, then you could put that person's company email address in here, and then obviously when you send an email from the CRM using this module, that's the email address that it will go to, or they might have a personal email address. So it might be mary@google.com. So it's basically showing you can use the system to manage your own employees, or actually other employees, other non-employees. You might have subcontractors that you want to associate jobs to. You can put their email address in here. Okay. The next is the password. Now, this is the password that the operator uses to log into the field service app. You can set whatever password you like here, and you do that here. You don't do it on the app. The operator doesn't log in and create a password and all that sort of thing. You actually do that in the admin tool, which means that at any time you can come in and update that password, or you can make the operator non-active or whatever and change any of the details. So you have all of the control over that functionality. And then you need to create what we call a LogixOne operator login email. Now, this is the email address that the operator uses to log into the field service app. And this can be anything, any email formatted address is fine here. It could be test@google.com. It's not really used as an email address. It's just used to actually log into the device. So again, this is the email address that the operator will use to log into the application. And again, you can make it whatever you like. So you might have that Mary Jones at xyz.com. Okay. And then the operator status needs to be set to active. This is very important that this is actually set to active, because what it will do is make the operator active in the system. Now, at any time, you can come back and set that operator to inactive, and then that will actually obviously make the operator inactive. But what it will mean is all of the association of jobs to operators and invoices to operators and all that, you don't have to remove that. You can basically just create, just come into an operator. If they're not working for you anymore, you can just change their status to inactive, and then that actually gives you back a LogixOne operator license. Okay, so you don't need to delete any of your operators really at any time. Moving on, we've got what we call buffer time, and the buffer time is the time that the system uses to calculate how long to leave between each jobs when it's searching for whoever it believes to be the best operator, and we'll cover that in another video. But if you want the system to look up, help decide who might be the best operator for a job, you'll need to give it a buffer time, and you'll also need to give it work codes. That is, the codes, postcodes, zip codes, that operator is allowed to work in. So we might say 3000, 3001, 3002. Obviously, your work codes are going to be relevant to your territory and where you're working. And we've just released, or just about to release, a new feature called Team, where you'll be able to associate individual operators to teams, but we'll cover that in another video. Okay, so basically we have created the operator, and then all we need to do, the other thing you can do is actually upload an image of the operator. I don't really have one right now, but let's just use anything here. Let's just use a picture of the app itself. All right, and then we'll crop and set that. So again, to use as an example of picture of a truck, this might be the truck XY Rego Z-123. Okay, but we'll leave that as Mary for now, and then basically click save. All right, and so you can see now using Canvas to make it look a little bit more pleasing to the eye. You don't have to use Canvas. If you want, you can use standard layouts, so I can switch between LogixOne Demo Operator, Canvas view, or the standard view. Here's the standard view. It's basically the same thing. It's just in a different format. If you want access to these Canvas layouts, we're happy to give those away to you for free. So all you need to do is email us, let us know which ones you want, and we can send you the links and you can install them in your own CRM environment. So now you can see I've created the operator. The last thing that we need to do is actually sync now this operator to the back end. Okay, if you don't do this, the back end won't know that that operator exists. So we created it in the CRM. All we need to do now is sync it to LogixOne Operator. So we do that by clicking this button. All right, and you can see now the operator has been created. We've got that success message, and we just close that. All right, now if we go into the standard view, which is basically how it will look when you install it, that button is up here. Okay, sync operator to LogixOne. You need to do that. Now I could, and if you've got other buttons here that you've already got in any of the modules, just make sure you should only have this button in this module because it's the only button that we deploy from the marketplace. So you just click that and you'll see that all goes run again. Now, if I wanted to, I could say, oh, I made a mistake. It's not Mary. It's not Mary Jones, it's Eric Jones, okay? So I can come in here, change that name to Eric Jones, but if I want to update that, like any of these fields, the password or the login email address or the status, actually you just see that we've got this status as inactive, so that means the operator is not going to show. So what I'll do here is I'll change that to active, all right, and then I'll sync it again. So this is almost like a save button. You're creating, editing the operator, and then you're saving it. Okay. Now, because it's using Zoho CRM, it has the ability for you to be able to do other things. You can create custom fields here if you like. Now, those fields are not going to sync to the operator app, but they're going to stay existing in your CRM. So let's say, for example, you want to upload any work permits or any of that sort of information. You can do that under attachments. You can write notes here. Operator started work on the 10th, operator complained of lack of tools. Yeah, that sort of thing can all be basically done inside the system because it's using the CRM. You'll also notice that if you send any emails, they'll be logged here. Any events that you create for them, any jobs that you're actually going to create for them, any invoices that they've actually created are also here as well. Now, what you might want to do is actually notify Eric that, right, we've created them as an operator, and now we need for them to download and access the LogixOne Operator app. To do that, all you need to do is click the send email button. All right, and that'll bring up your email form from Zoho CRM, and basically click the insert template, and you'll have this new template here that gets installed when you install from the marketplace. And this is a description on how they can download and access the LogixOne Operator app. Okay, all the information is here, whether it's an Android device or an iOS device, and how they actually enter your company ID and their login details. You can see that that matches here. All right, and then you just send that, and that's what they'll use to log in. We won't send that now. All right, so we've basically done that. Let's now go and have a look and see how we actually see that operator. So if we come back into another module and we go to the LogixOne scheduler module, your environment might say LogixOne Operator, you'll notice now that, there we go, there's Eric right there. Okay, you can see there's Eric's picture, and you can see that they haven't actually started their shift yet. So now we can see that Eric Jones has been created. All right, let's go back. You can see I've created that operator. Let's go back. What we're going to do is we're going to make them inactive. All right, and again, because we've made them inactive, we've made a change here. We need to click the sync to operator. Okay, you see they've been synced. Let's come back in LogixOne Scheduler, quick refresh. All right, and you can see that they have gone now. Okay, so yeah, all right. So just to talk a little bit more about operators, you can actually, you'll see all your operators here in the LogixOne module, which is where you're basically creating, scheduling jobs and so on. You can actually search for operators here. So if I only want to show Eric, I can do so. But if I want to show Eric and John, I can do that as well. And then you can see that will basically only show the operators that you're interested in. But more detail on that is for other videos. So that's it. That's basically how to create, edit, and sync LogixOne operators using LogixOne Operator. Thanks for watching.